Today is day one of a 5-day meditation program that I created for both beginners and seasoned practitioners who want to focus on stress and anxiety reduction. Each day I will cover a specific topic and then do a short-ish meditation related to that topic. For day one, we're talking about the diaphragm. And so most of what I have learned about the diaphragm and learned about breathing is from Jen Wilking, who is a physical therapist here in Denver. Her website is anatomyforyogis.com. And Holly Semenoff, who is a yoga teacher and breathwork instructor based in Salt Lake. And her website is bodyoflight.com. So most of what I'll be talking about today, I probably learned from one of them. So let's start with a quick little exercise. Put one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly, and we'll just take the next few seconds to just breathe here. So don't worry about doing anything particular, just your normal, regular breath with a hand on your chest and a hand on your belly. Now, continue breathing and just notice if the hand on your chest moves more, the hand on your belly moves more. Just kind of see what you feel based on your hand positioning. Now, if you are like most people, you will have noticed that your chest, the hand on your chest is moving. The hand on your belly might not be moving very much or might not even be moving at all. So what that tells us is that most people are breathing in their upper chest. They're not using the whole range of their diaphragm to breathe because we're just stuck in this fight or flight response because of the stress and anxiety of daily life, which is even more heightened in the days of the coronavirus that we're in right now. So if you think about when you run or if something scary happens, your breath increases, your heart rate goes up, you can really feel it in your chest and you're pumping air, you're moving faster. But then when that threat isn't there or when you're not exerting yourself, you don't need to breathe in just your chest. You want to recruit your entire diaphragm to get those full breaths and engage our parasympathetic system. So the sympathetic response is that fight or flight. It increases your muscle tone, your respiration rate goes up, your heart rate goes up. And if you live in that space chronically, you can have chronic conditions that are not great for your health. What we want to do instead is shift to that parasympathetic response, which decreases all of those things. So it decreases your heart rate, slows down your breathing, and increases your mood, your immunity, your GI function improves, your sleep quality improves. So if you have a lot of anxiety or stress, you probably aren't sleeping great, which we know isn't great for our overall health either. So the good news is that the diaphragm is a muscle and you can train it and strengthen it and use it. So just because you are breathing up here now doesn't mean you can't learn to recruit your diaphragm for the full body breathing that we'd ideally like to spend more of our time in. So how the diaphragm works. Imagine it's like a fan, and let me pull this down so you can see what I'm talking about a little bit more. Imagine it's like a fan. So when you inhale, it flattens out, it presses down. Well, you get abdominal pressure and pressure also in your pelvic floor. So you inhale, it presses down, it creates a vacuum that pulls air into your lungs. When you exhale, it comes back up, it kind of relaxes. It's not really doing all that much work on the exhale. It's really working on that inhale. So on the exhale, all the air is pressed out of your lungs, through your throat, out of your mouth, you know, how you breathe out. So what we want to consciously focus on doing is taking those deep breaths, and the way to tell that you're engaging your diaphragm is coming back to hand on chest, hand on your belly. When you inhale, press your belly against your hand so that you are engaging that lower part of your diaphragm instead of just recruiting the upper part in your chest. So the hand on your chest, hand on your belly, inhale through your nose or your mouth. Feel it pressing against your hand on your belly. Your hand on your chest might not even move. And then exhale it out. So inhale, feel everything expand. Then exhale, contract. So ideally you're inhaling and exhaling through your nose, or at least inhaling through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. Okay, so another way to think of this is, again, it's easier when you have your hand on your chest and on your belly. Inhale, feel your belly expand, then your ribs, then your upper chest, and lastly your throat. Exhale out of your throat, your chest, your ribs, and your belly. Okay, so if you'd like to practice that before we get into our meditation, then you can pause this and take some time to really feel that in your body and feel the breath moving, feel it, the different parts. And then when you're ready, come back, hit play, or we'll just move into the meditation that we're going to do for this. So technically in yoga, pranayama is what we call controlling the breath, focusing the breath. That's what we're going to be doing for this first meditation. It's more breath work than meditation, but they kind of, in my opinion, they go hand in hand, and a meditation is less effective when you don't have the breathing piece going. So that's why I thought it was important for this first day that we talk about the diaphragm, talk about breathing, and really experience that deep cleansing breath that engaging everything in our body can really do. So start with meditation. Find a comfortable place to sit. You can sit on, like I'm on a futon with my feet on the floor. You can sit cross-legged. You can sit in a regular desk chair. You can lay down. I mean, really, wherever you feel like you'll be comfortable. We'll only be there for a few minutes this first time, so don't worry about having to sit there forever. Just find a place where you're comfortable, and you can just bring your hands onto your knees. You can bring them next to you. Again, we're trying to be comfortable so that you don't feel like you have to move or wiggle or anything like that once we get started. So hands can go on your knees. It's your choice. If you want to close your eyes, you can, or you can just lower your gaze so that you're looking at the floor. I like to close my eyes because then all of the distractions of the outside world, at least, are gone. So I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes and just start to notice your breath. So don't worry about changing anything. Just listen to your normal breath. Feel it moving in and out of your body. Even if you're up here in your chest, don't worry about that right in this moment. Just practice breathing in and out through your nose. And now start to slow it down. Feel the breath move in your nose, down your throat, expand everything as it goes along. Feeling your belly expand, your ribs, and then exhaling everything out completely. If it helps, you can bring a hand to your belly, a hand to your chest, and really think about pressing into that hand on your belly and exhaling it out. Now that you have slowed down your breath here, you're engaging your whole diaphragm on your inhale and your exhale. Try to get to an even inhale and an even exhale. Usually, for most people, one of them, it's easier to make one of them longer than the other, whether it's a long inhale and then short exhale, or a quick inhale and then you can just exhale forever. So we want to even them out, which will also help calm your nervous system. I would suggest one way to even them out is to inhale and exhale to an even count. So a good place to start is 4. It doesn't have to be 4 seconds. It can just be to a count of 4. So what that looks like is inhaling through your nose, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Just keep going, counting to yourself, and don't worry about making it longer. If you need to make it a little bit shorter, that's totally fine. Just get to that even inhale and even exhale and just see how it feels. I'm going to leave you for about a minute with your own breath and your own counting. When you are ready, go ahead and open your eyes and just take a moment here to just see how you feel. I mean, you should feel a little bit calmer, um, maybe a little less anxious than you did when we started. That's the goal. And also, this is just an easy practice that you can do anywhere. Like, it doesn't, we breathe. We always breathe. That's just something that we do naturally. So when we focus it, and when we really think about pulling those deep breaths down into our belly and engaging that parasympathetic system, then you can get all the benefits of calming yourself down naturally, easily. You can do it anywhere. People don't even know you're doing it. So yeah, give it a try. Let me know how it goes. If you have any questions, feel free to drop those in the comments. Or if you're watching this via email, then feel free to email me if